was put away. And then it just sat there in humidity and dried everything out.
Okay, guys, listen. You see the light coming through it? I told him it was stiff as a rock. That's just from age, 30 years. So, we could still use it. Let's save it.
Yeah, right.
No, I put it in there. You save all your old parts. He's pulling the spring out of there, which returns it. And what do we dab down in the hole? This is the old style, right? With the little, it's got a little chair. This has a little like brass or something thing and a little ball bearing.
What is that for?
That's a check ball. So you draw fuel in, and when you go to squeeze fuel out, it goes out to a different passage, which is done over there.
Do we need to take that out?
So no, we are leaving that for now. We'll worry about that later. Now,
that's not gonna fall out, right?
No, it shouldn't. Now what we're going to do is we're going to flip it back the other way. The roll of tape here. Okay, now we're going to take the bowls off.
Which way is it again?
So here's another thing, guys.
This way.
If anybody's ever built anything nice, when you deal with screws like this and you don't want to mar them, or any kind of screws that you're dealing with, like when I was dealing with the brass, you put a little piece of tape around it.
Can I have
So,
it?
as you can see, this has the old style screws. So we'd like to save them. Okay, show us what you got there. That's the transfer tube.
A bed gasket.
With O-rings.
Is
it
this
room?
feels aluminum. Yeah, that's room. Well, it wasn't until I pulled it out.
No, I think it was while it was in there. Look at it. It's not going to focus. Say that. Here's the transfer tube.
But that's aluminum. It looks
Yeah,
like.
it's aluminum of some sort. We want to put this somewhere where it doesn't get damaged, like right there. Now he's got this out. Okay, now let's move the carburetor to the side. And
I see.
why don't you split that? That's the power
This
valve.
comes. Yeah, I'm not.
You might have used the tool.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill someone if I do it. Man,
See what we got inside.
that's different than the one they show. Different one.
We have sediment on the bottom. We have powder.
Yeah, what is all that?
That's dried up gas from the olden days before they put all the stuff in there. We have to make sure these floats are good. Now let's check the level. Wrong. Okay, you can see I have it upside down. Right off the bat, the initial adjustment for this is this being parallel to that. And we can see it's wrong. Float's too low. So that means this thing was running lean right off the bat. And that was probably from, obviously misadjustments. Those were the biggest problems with Holley. They put adjustments on here. And there's a lot of people that don't know how to adjust them, and that's when all hell breaks loose. So hopefully the floats are good. If not, we're going to have to spring $5 and get us some floats.
They look good.
Well, we won't know until we put liquid on.
Oh, would you have to take them out?
And it's funny, if you look at the line here, you see the line? You can see as the gas evaporated, it wound up being like that. It left a horizontal line on it. And then that eventually evaporated, and this is what remains of it. So the gas slowly evaporated. Now with these, you want to be gentle. You don't want to keep shaking these things and bouncing them around. Okay? Mm-hmm. The kit has new needles and new seats and stuff like that, but doesn't have floats. So that's the primary bowl, which is easy to figure out. It has the inlet in it.
Now, which do we do first? Because I know we've got to...
Let me take a peek. I'm going to show what we got. We got the metering block. And I wanted to check the jets because on a 4160, they run the jets a little smaller than a 4150 because they consider it more of an economy carburetor. So when we put this thing together, the first thing we're going to do is bump them up a jet size, and we'll work on it from there. Now you can see the last guy was screwdriver happy. You see this? See all the scraping? We're gonna redo that and make it flush again.
Yeah, screws with those.
Okay, we got a little bit more powder on this side, and another float that's too low. So, look at it. Okay, let's put that to the side there. And what do you got there? Let's see.
Some weird screws.
Yep, those are clutch head screws. And that Right there is the metering plate and jets and everything all combined into one. It's just a bunch of plates and gaskets.
Don't have to take it off?
Yep, yes we do, because who knows what they did. Now you can put in a bucket of parts.
You sure? That feels like it's gonna get lost. How about this?
We have a new one.
I know, but we're gonna save it. This is a tip. When you have something very small, you're gonna lose it.
Now tape it to the side.
Oh, that's even better, yeah.
And I can see it.
So when you're screaming and you lost it, it's right there looking you in the face.
Okay, he took out the needle and seat. He broke this free. The little deflector. Now we're gonna pop out this float right here. And we'll pop the float out. Just watch the spring.
How do you pop it out?
It slides towards you.
Oh, and then the spring sits there? Oh.
That we're gonna put on the tray.
Did they give you a new spring?
I don't know. I know they don't give you a new float. So that's pretty much that all broken down, the primary float. Primary ball.
Why did they make this so thick?
So it doesn't warp with heat and leak. So basically we have to take the banjo fitting off.
The what?
The fuel line fitting.
This.
Yes. We chewed up both surfaces. So we should be good there. A couple of pock marks, but that's nowhere near where we have to work. Basically what we want to do is get the throttle choke butterfly off. Which is a very small screw, so he ran to get a screwdriver. And we've disassembled every piece. So here he comes. Here comes Happy Jack. Okay, we're going to take out the squirters for the accelerator pump. So as you can see, we got the choke off. Okay, we're going to pull apart the vacuum secondary diaphragm setup. And either he's going to hold the lid or it's going to come out like a Jack in the Box. So basically, while he's starting to play with that, we got the whole car broken down. We're going to do the cleaning process. There's no need to film that. And then...
Do you want me to leave these screws separate?
No. And then he's going to do the full reassembly. I'd like to soak these floats. Make sure they're going to stay afloat. First. Okay, here's your spring, guys. Each one of these have a different color for how stiff it is. We're assuming that's the factory spring. Now, here's the diaphragm. Not looking so good, is it? Let's take that thing out and take a peek at it. How's it look? Any rips in it? Because I said it wasn't holding full air. You know, full vacuum. Doesn't look good all around here.
The inside here looks good.
Oh yeah, well, it's...
Right like that.
Oh, here you go. Here's a problem. Right here goes right like this. You guys can see it, right? That's where the vacuum comes from. The vacuum comes from, where are we? Comes from here, goes through all the magic passages, comes up to here, and this jet sandwiches right between here, and it's drilled inside there. And if you look at this, we're not exactly in the best condition. Look at it. You see all the tears in it? I'm not doing that. It's all broken and cracked. So, oops.
Comes with a whole new one.
There you go. Fixed. This is what we're putting in here till you learn how to drive. Till you learn how to drive with all this power. So, I got a feeling he'll have this carburetor the rest of his life, being his first real true carburetor. So even when we step up, I got a feeling I'm going to be looking at this carburetor.
Why would we get rid of it? Tell me the first reason.
See, there you go.
We paid $20 for what? That's a Subway sandwich. That's a meal for us. $20.